Hey everyone, I want to share an incident that happened to my family around 2003. We were living near a small town in Ontario, Canada. At that time, all of us siblings were very young. My eldest sister was only 11 years old. We had no place to live, so the company my mother worked for allotted us a farmhouse to stay in. Let me tell you a bit about this farmhouse first. Just like other farmhouses, it was at some distance from the populated area and spread over a large area. It had a very big lawn, and its main gate was quite far from where the house started. It would take at least 5 to 6 minutes to walk from the main gate to our house. There was also a very old well on the property, which was no longer functional, and was covered with wooden planks and bricks. Adjacent to this farmhouse was another farmhouse owned by the same landlady, with only a small wooden gate between the two houses that could be easily opened, allowing easy passage. The house was also very big. There were bedrooms, large windows, and very spacious rooms. Since we were only 4 people, the house was obviously very large for us. From the day we moved into this house, we felt a strange suffocation and anxiety. Over time, we started to feel like there was someone else there besides us. This feeling became so strong that it felt like someone was watching us all the time or observing us. Even if you were alone in a room, it felt like someone was there with you, watching you. It wasn't just us kids who felt this way. Everyone who stayed in that house felt the same. There was a foreigner working in the same company who also stayed at that farmhouse for a while. Whenever she came to work in the morning, it seemed like she had been crying all night. She used to say that it felt like someone was going to eat her up there. These were her exact words. "It feels like someone is going to eat me up here." Since the farmhouse was at a bit of a distance, the company provided us with a driver. Sometimes, if it got late, the driver would stay in the servant quarters. One morning, the driver told us that he saw a woman with long hair coming out of the well, slowly moving towards where he was lying. He said he recited something, and then the woman stopped and went back into the well. Similarly, our housemaid, who used to do the cleaning, also started saying within a week or 2 that she couldn't stay there anymore because she felt scared. So it wasn't just us who felt this way. Almost everyone who came there had the same feeling. Another major reason wasn't just the atmosphere of the house, but also things like fans turning on and off by themselves. You could see shadows in the rooms, and you could hear footsteps. These things happened regularly, both during the day and at night. I want to share some incidents related to that house. My room had a bunk bed, and usually, if my cousins came over or anyone else, we would share the bunk. One day, my cousin and I were on the top bunk, putting up posters on the wall. The side of the bunk bed had a railing to prevent us from falling off in our sleep. We were far from the railing, near the wall, putting up posters. Suddenly, both my cousin and I felt as if someone pushed us, and the push was so strong that we fell off with the railing. We were both very young and got so scared that we didn't discuss it with anyone, not even with each other, and we ran away from that room. One evening, we were watching a movie on a DVD player with the lights off. My mother suddenly said that she saw someone in the window. When we turned on the lights, we saw the landlady's face pressed against the window, peering inside. As soon as we went outside, she was gone. This landlady had a very mysterious and negative personality. Whenever she looked at you, it seemed like she was planning something against you. She had a constant scary smile on her face. I remember once I was playing in the big lawn, and suddenly she appeared and said, "Oh, you're alone today," and started laughing. She would often come into our house and behave strangely, which became routine. After a while, we learned a bit about her backstory. We found out that she was originally a maid for the original owner of the farmhouses, who was a big landlord. His wife had died under mysterious circumstances, and then he married this maid, making her the landlady. Because of this, the villagers did not respect her. Her behavior with us was always strange. Sometimes she would turn off the main power line of our house for no reason, leaving us in darkness. One night, the power went out, and when we went outside, we saw her running away. When we asked who it was, she replied, "No one, it's just me." And then we heard her creepy laughter. Once, I replied rudely to her, and she muttered something, indicating that she didn't like how I spoke to her. These strange incidents continued, and then we left the house permanently. Finally, I want to mention that my family is not superstitious. None of us believe in such things. We are not the kind of people who interpret ordinary things as supernatural events.